Hi, I'm Nate Foss, co-owner of Rayne Gardens, along with my mom, Ginny Bain. Rayne Gardens became an idea about 7 years ago. Then it finally opened, May of 2019. We came up with the idea after having to travel outside of Gillette to start looking for plants later in the summer, and became interested in opening our own business. This has really taken off for the city of Gillette and surrounding areas, people coming from out of town, coming in to check out Rayne Gardens all the time. So we just opened up right before Thanksgiving, our expansion, and that was a few months in the process. We over doubled our size for just our indoor section. So a lot more houseplants, a lot more pottery, statues, fountains, pretty much anything you need for gardening. So products, services that we have, indoor plants right now for the winter, big thing. All of our outdoor perennials, shrubs, trees, they're winterizing out in the greenhouses. Our other services, we are getting ready to start delivering our plants. We've got a few vehicles so we can start delivering some of these large house plants. We also just started in December of working with one of our local businesses of taking care of their plants. So we went into their business, cleaned them all up, made them look nice, and then now we'll just continue to maintain their plants weekly by So with our greenhouses, they open when all the other pop-up greenhouses and box stores get their spring plants in. And so around Mother's Day is when it starts really kicking off in this area. So a lot of annuals show up that time, the colorful plants. And then we have the perennials and the shrubs and trees. So outside in our greenhouses, we get some larger plants, not what Gillette has been accustomed to. We're going for larger plants, more instant gratification. You're getting a bigger plant, and we're trying to find quality. We don't want the normal stuff that everybody can always find. We try to find some cooler stuff that you haven't seen. And so if there is anything out there, we get people recommending, like, hey, can you try to find this certain type of plant? And then we're on the hunt for it, and then we do get them. And so our garden center outdoors is still currently open. So if you really thought you needed some shrubs right now in the middle of winter, we have them. Obviously they're going through their little dormancy period. So we just want to be the year-round garden center in this area so everybody continue to garden. There's lots and lots of choices. And if anybody's uncomfortable looking for a houseplant, we'll definitely help you. If your house is dark, we got plants for that. If you have a black thumb, which so many people say they have a black thumb, we'll help you become green thumbed. Then we got some harder to find plants. And we're trying to find new plants all the time just for our own trial and error. More fun to come into the little jungle setting and look through all the plants, because every time you come in, even if we don't have new stuff, you find new stuff. So we wanted to make Rayne Gardens an experience. We didn't want it just to be another store that you come in and get something and leave. We opened up with a purpose for people to bring their families, especially kids, come in here and experience what we have. A new customer comes in, they walk in the door about 2 steps, and they freeze and they just look around, because it feels like a jungle. We got the humidity up here, we got birds in here, there's lizards roaming around. We actually have citrus trees growing in here with fruits inside in Wyoming. So here at Rayne Gardens, we got a bunch of citrus trees. Since a lot of people love the thought of having a citrus tree in Wyoming, it's pretty cool. But in the winter, even in the fall, you got to bring it inside. So when it starts to bloom, like these ones are inside our store here at Rayne Gardens, if you want to have fruits on them, you have to self-pollinate it with a fancy pollinator, also known as a paintbrush. And when they flower like this, if they don't get pollinated, they'll just eventually fall off. And they smell awesome right now, but you won't get a fruit. And everybody's idea is to have that orange or lemon, lime that you can actually take off your tree and enjoy. So I will show you how exciting this is to pollinate one of your citrus trees. So when we want to pretend we're just a little bee, insect, whatever, and you just brush some of the pollen from that flower and you go to the next flower and just keep brushing. Oh, that one was already done. And we just keep brushing on every open flower that has pollen. You got to remember to go back to this guy that you started off with, and hopefully some of these will become fruits. So this is a cocktail tree that somebody grafted 6 different fruits onto one tree. And so on this one, there's lemon, lime, orange, tangerine, and I think grapefruit. Citrus will get as large as the pot that they're in. So if you left a smaller citrus in there, it's only going to get a few feet tall. It's not going to get huge. This guy, which is in a big number 25 container, he'll probably get about 10 foot tall in here. And when you do pot one of your citrus, you want to always make sure that it's not going to be in something massive that you can't get back inside in Wyoming, because otherwise it's just going to die in the spring, winter, whenever it gets too cold for the citrus. We want it to stay up above 45 degrees for our citrus plants. So Rayne Gardens is located at 79 Town Center Drive. We're Suite 100 and Suite 110 now, after the expansion. We're right next to Universal Athletic and Oasis Tans. Our hours fluctuate throughout the seasons. Currently in the winter we are open from 10 to 5, and a lot of times we're staying open later than 5. Customers are still coming by. We're happy to stay around and let you enjoy this atmosphere, especially during the winter. When it does finally snow, it feels even better inside the store. We have a website, raynegardens.com, and Rayne is R-A-Y-N-E. That's my daughter's middle name. And we also have Facebook and Instagram and Twitter. We want to keep expanding and spreading out and getting bigger and bigger, letting more people know that there's a jungle in Gillette.